between gold and Portra, hey? Which one is it?
Appalachian sunrise meets my skin. Even with my eyes still closed, I feel it coming in. Golden, golden, I'll follow only golden, 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 golden things. Mountain laurel high fives for miles in spring. Rainbow trout and hummingbird wing.
Well, hello gang. As I live and breathe, the Queen of England has been in service of this lovely nation for the past 70 years. To honour and commemorate this stunning history, the people of England have taken it upon themselves to organise what's known as a Jubilee for the dear Queen. And on the weekend of said Jubilee, I took my wife and my tiny human out to the Cotswolds to make some pictures on expired film. Sit back, relax, and enjoy these lovely images on the sweet, sweet tones of Portra 160 NC. We started the day off by packing the tiny human into the Ford and driving to a small village inside the Cotswolds called Bourton on Water. It was drizzling the whole time that we were there, but I decided to whip the Mamiya out and take some photographs anyway, because this is a once in a lifetime opportunity, this Queen's 70th Jubilee.
Walk up the river by my son. Feet step over splinters of the moon.
Originally, I thought that the timing of this shot of the girl in the river was way off. She was in a different position, like kind of bending over and like sticking her elbows into the water before I took this image, and I waited for her to stand up and see what she would do before I actually pressed the shutter button. As a result of waiting, I was unsure about whether this would come out nicely, but I'm really chuffed with this image, and I think this might be my favorite of the entire day.
Golden is it, golden. I follow only golden, 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 golden things. Golden, I follow only golden, golden, golden things.
We found ourselves in one of the oldest and most photographed villages in the whole of the Cotswolds. It's a place called Bibury or Bibury, one of those two. You can correct me in the comments. There were hundreds of people just sat out there with their digital cameras, just pointing their SLRs at an old row of houses. So I completely ignored that and walked around the village looking for my own compositions, and I found quite a few of them that I'm quite happy with. For those of you who don't really know me, I'm a huge fan of a show called Top Gear, and on that show there is a presenter called Jeremy Clarkson. For those of you who don't know Jeremy Clarkson in the world, he's one of the nicest human beings who's ever existed, comparable to Mother Teresa or Mahatma Gandhi.
They can all off, all of them.
And so, very begrudgingly, I dragged my wife and my tiny human all the way to visit Jeremy Clarkson's farm. It's called Diddley Squat, and I had a beer there, and I bought some bee juice, and it was amazing. At the end of the Queen's Jubilee, Sonia and I found ourselves walking through Siren Sister, and I took my last 2 shots at this place. And let me tell you, they are hot garbage. Yeah, I didn't like these last 2 shots at all. I wasted my last 2 shots of Portra 160 NC. I saw this really cool bakery. I didn't frame it properly at all. I waited for the baker to be in the right position. Originally, Sonia was in the shop and I was trying to take a photograph of my wife interacting with the baker, but she was in and out of there like a sauerkraut, so I just snapped off a last photograph of this lovely bakery and just completely ruined the composition. There's nothing nice about the shot. I don't like it. And then I had one more shot to finish off the Portra 160 NC, and I also wasted it on a nighttime exposure around the back of the house that we were staying at, and just it's not really in focus. It's either that or it's just way too, I bumped the camera. These are not the best shots. I've had 6 months of bliss with Portra 160 NC. In 2022 I've made some of my favorite images on this film stock. I got 1.5 rolls from Cape Film Supply at the end of 2021, and I've made some of my favorite images of 2022 on this slower speed film. Yes, it had some weird things about it. There were like tiny little white spots all over some of the images, but film is film. It's a chemical process. That's what it's meant to be like. It's meant to yield slightly unpredictable results, and you live and learn as you go. And I thoroughly enjoyed Portra 160 NC. I made an episode all about the rules of expired film, which you can check over here. Before I go, I've got a little bit of an update about this channel. So for the better part of 2022, I've been focusing quite heavily on making content and shooting on film, which at this stage is eating into my wallet and my budget. It's money that I would typically use towards my tiny human and my lovely wife and our adventures throughout the UK. So from now on, in an effort to save a little bit of money, I'm going to be switching it up, focusing a little bit on digital here and there. So for the next couple of episodes, you might see a little bit more relaxed content shot on either my Fuji XT4 or my X100, which is my favorite digital camera. Look forward to that type of content. It's going to be a little bit more relaxed, vlog style, but I will keep these film episodes going throughout the rest of the year. So you can look forward to a lot more film. I've got an episode coming on HP5 and hopefully one on Cinestill 800. There's a lot to look forward to film wise as well. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for sticking it out with me. Thank you for 600 subscribers on my YouTube channel. I appreciate you all so much. I will see y'all in the next video. Peace. Anyway, sayonara, my bitch ass goats.